Hello guys and welcome back to another game development tutorial. So today what we will be doing is we will be adding more functionality for our player, and we will be also cleaning up this little Unity bug that shows the little lines in between the tiles. So let's just start with the simple one and clean up the lines between the tiles. So first of all, before we do that, I just wanted to expand my level a little bit. So what I'll do, I'll go under my environment and I'll select my tile map. Then what I'll do, I'll go to Window, 2D, and I'll reopen my tile palette editor. So then what I'll do, bring that over to the side. And if you are using the tile rule palette, so it automatically assembles the tiles based on the location. You can use this box tool up here and drag and drop the level. But if you are using the non-rule tile, you have to select each tile that you want to use and paint it in manually. So that is why I went for the rule tile. So I will reopen my rule tile palette. Then with the eraser tool, I will erase these edges, these walls, and I will expand my level. And just note, these white lines right here that are a bit thicker than the tile grid, that's the camera bounds. So whatever is in these white lines, the camera will see. So I will expand my level using this, the box tool. Make some walls for some testing. Maybe some roof collision. Something like this. And you can see that there are lines, so we are going to fix that in a little bit. Actually, we're going to fix it right now. So what I'll do, I'll right click in our project, and I will create a new folder, and I'll name this tile. Then I will drag in my rule tile assets folder into that, and the tile palette folder into that. Then what I will do is in this tile folder, I will right click, and I will want to create a new tile atlas, and I will just name this tile fix. And there are a lot of ways to fix these. Some ways will work better than others, and some ways just won't work for your project. So if this way does not work, all you have to do is go to youtube.com and type in how to fix tile gap in Unity 2D. And then you'll get a bunch of videos, and hopefully one of those will help you. So, I believe this should work for my version that I am on. So now, what I will do with this tile fix sprite atlas, I will just lock this inspector right here. So I'll press this little lock sign. I'll go into my sprites folder, and I'll press the plus sign for objects for packing. Then the object that I want is my tile sprite. And the lines will not go away in the inspector. I will unlock my inspector. Actually, in the game view, the lines will not go away. But hopefully, when I press play, the lines will go away. Just like that. Okay, looks pretty nice. And also, we want to set filter mode to point, so it's not all foggy. There we go, the lines are much more sharp. Okay, so that fixes one problem. So now, let's see. I want to maybe bump up the player's jump force and maybe the player's movement speed. I think that should be good. And what will happen for some people is, for one, how the player is like, there we go. So the player just stuck to the ground. I was trying to move the player, but he was sticking to the ground. So we don't want that. See, like this. I am currently pressing A to go left, but he's not going left. And also, I'll set this interpolation mode to none in the player's rigid body 2D component. Okay, so let's just fix that little bug right there. So it's pretty easy to do. I'll just go into the scene view and zoom in on the player using the scroll wheel, mouse's scroll wheel. I'll press add component, and the component that I want to add is a circle collider 2D. So what I'll do, I'll set the radius to something like 0.025, so it is very small. Then what I'll do, I'll place this circle right on the player's bottom right corner. So I'll set the Y to negative 0.5, so now it's at the bottom. I'll set the X to 0.5. So now he's right there. Now, we want to add one more component. We want to add another circle collider 2D. Set the radius to 0.025. I'll set the Y to negative 0.5 and set the X to negative 0.5. So now it is on the other side of the player. And that's it. Now the player should not get stuck. And there we go. Perfect. Okay. And well, what I'll do, I made a little mistake in the player script. So let me just open up that. Okay, here we go. So I think I actually want get access raw. Get access. So it's smoother movement. And also what I want to do, I will delete this whole I'll delete this whole RB dot velocity is equal to new vector 2 line. And instead, in its place, I will write transform dot translate. And the translation that I want to make, I want to make it move on the x-axis. So I'll say move speed multiplied by move input multiplied by time dot delta time. Then I do not want to move it on any other axis, so I will say 0 and 0 for the z. And that should be it. Go back into the project and make sure to save. And if something's not working, first of all, make sure that your script is saved. If it is not saved, it will right by the name, it will have a little star in the corner. And if it is, like I just did by pressing Control S to save, the star will go away. Okay, that's just a quick little reminder. And since we just did transform.translate, our speed will be hugely increased. So I'll set the move speed to something like 25. There we go, he slows up. There we go. See, now that looks pretty nice. You'll notice that he does this though. So that's why I'll set interpolate to back to interpolate. I'll set the move speed to something like 17.5. Oh yes, we do not want interpolate. Sorry about that. Or else the gravity will get all mixed up in weird. I'm not sure. Why the player is that weird thing though. Let's see. For one, I do not know why I put this is grounded into the update. I will make a new function for it called fixed update. So what fixed update is where you put all your physics calculations in. And since it has physics 2D in it, it is a physics calculation. And so is this because it's using the RB dot velocity, which is physics. So I will also put that right there. We might actually want to switch back to the rigid body movement. Or, let's see if I can do one more thing. I want to add a new component to our tile map. I want to add a rigid body 2D. I will freeze all of the constraints. Set gravity scale to 0. Set collision detection to continuous. Set sleeping mode to never sleep. And set interpolate to interpolate. Nope, still does not help. Okay, yeah, so I'll just go back to the normal rigid body movement that we had before. So, what I will do is I'll set the interpolate back to interpolate. I'll go back inside our script. I will delete transform.translate, and in its place I'll say rb.velocity equal to a new vector 2, and I'll set that is equal to move speed times move input times time dot smooth delta time. Then for the y velocity, I'll set that to rb.velocity dot y. And I'll also put this in the fixed update function because we're using the rigid body movement. I'll put it right below the jumping function. Okay, I'll reset the speed to 3,250. I'll set the jump height to 27. And you can tweak these values however much you want. I can actually go very fast. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna slow that down. Maybe 750. Maybe a tiny bit faster. Okay, I think that should be good. And you might also notice that when you press jump, the character will not always jump. And that is because we actually want to put that back into the update. We actually want to put this whole thing back into the update. And we are putting this back in the update because we want to calculate that every frame, unlike with this rigid body movement, because we are already calculating the movement, but in the fixed update, we're just moving it. So we do not have to calculate the movement every frame. We just have to do that. We just have to do that with the jumping. So now you'll notice that every time you press the up key or W, he will jump. And I think I forgot to mention this last episode, but if we go back into the project settings, if you close that tab accidentally, you have to go to edit, then project settings. And I'll open up the input manager. For the jump access, I'll set the alt negative button to space in all lowercase. So now they can jump with 3 buttons: up arrow, W, or space. And there we go. It works. And you will also notice that the player sticks to walls. So that's a pretty easy fix as well. If we just add more circle colliders, so the radius is 0.025. Setting all these values so it will be on every corner. Now that should work. Yeah, okay, I think that's just another bug with the Unity's tile system. And I think it's a bit late for this, but I believe in Unity 2020, so if you're using that version, last time how we made the rule tile. I know that this is a bit late for this, but last time how we made the rule tile, we first had to import a package into the project a very weird way. But I believe in Unity 2020, we do not have to import like that. We can just go to Window, Package Manager, and on top of that, we also have to go to Project Settings. And it's not here, but in Unity 2020, there will be a new tab right below Input Manager called Package Manager, and you will have to check Show Preview Packages. Then, once you do that, you will select all packages, or in 2020's case, Unity Registry. And then right here, if you're using 2019, Show Preview Packages. Then, up here, you will type 2D Extras. Yeah, so it's not here right now, but if you're using the 2020 version, it will be there. Yep. Okay. So I believe that is all I have for that episode. I do want to do one more thing with the player movement. And that is double jumping. Yeah, we have enough time for that. Okay, so let's see. In the jumping, right below the public float jump first variable, I'll say public int jumps. And then what I'll say is if the jump button is pressed, and then I'll delete the is grounded is equal to true. If the jump button is pressed, we want to say jumps minus minus, which is just a shorter way of saying jumps minus 1. So, once we do that, we actually want to add another variable, public int called current jumps, and I actually want to subtract current jumps. And in the awake method, we want to set current jumps is equal to jumps. Then, also in the update method, we want to say if is grounded is equal to true. Then we will say current jumps is equal to jumps. So now we can say if input dot get button down jump and current jumps is greater than 0, then we will jump. And now that should work. So I'll set jumps to 2 to just test that out. So now our player should be able to double jump. Oh, triple jump. Then I set jumps to 1. Should be able to double jump. Yep. If I set 0, it might be able to jump once. Or just not jump at all. Yeah, okay, so we will fix that really quick. It will set current jumps to jumps minus 1. I believe that should work. Let's press play. Set jumps to 1. Oh, set jumps to 1, and now it's press play. Still nothing. Stubborn. Instead of 0, let's say 1. Some tweaking for the jumps might work so it's not completely overpowered. Let's say it's 0 without the F. Or what we can do is, this would be a lot more simple, is let's go back into the script. At the top, let's say public bool double jump. Now let's just make a space of 10 so it stands out more. Then what I will say is I'll surround this with if double jump is equal to true. Then it will do all of this. Else, if it is not true, I'll copy this, paste that. I won't subtract current jumps, and instead of saying if current jumps is less than 1, I'll say if is grounded is equal to true. And also, if you want, you can surround this is if double jump is equal to true. And now, that should work. Okay, so if we uncheck double jump and set jump to any value, the player should only be able to jump once, no matter what. But then if we set double jump is equal to true, and I'll rename this variable to, so to rename a variable and all the other things that use the variable, you select the variable name that you want to rename, press Control RR or Command RR if you are on a Mac. And yes, R as in Rose. Okay. And then I'll rename it to extra jumps. And you have to hit apply. Do not forget to hit apply. And then all the variables and their instances will be renamed. Okay, so X jumps to 1. Now, it should be working. Yep, he can double jump. Then if I uncheck this, he should jump once. And there we go. I think I want double jumping for now. I might change that later, so if I want to change that, I'll just uncheck this box, and that's it. Okay, and that's it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.